Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bringing the News with Charles Embry. As normal, what we are going to talk about today is sports, religion, and politics. And you already know what's in the news today. It's another episode of politics, so let's get started. Currently, right now, Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats introduced Amendment 25th, and Mike Pence has 24 hours to get on board or they will start impeachment. So, right now, what we are doing today, folks, is counting down the days to the dismissal of Donald Trump. And you know that this needs to happen. The more and more that you hear about the news and about the riot that President Trump caused, you find out that not only you had people that was like Instagram people who wanted to like just have their face out on the screen. You also had people that had riot gear, but you also had people that were in law enforcement and people that are in the military, former military people that have been part of this process of rioting. And what they're trying to do right now is make arrests. I know as of currently, they had arrests over 83 or more people, and they are trying to do more arrests at this time. So we have 5 people that died, which is tragic. But if they would have exceeded in doing what they was going to do, they would have possibly held captives. They probably would have killed some more people. We finding out more today that is more of a serious crime that the president have committed in terms of inciting a riot. So right now, as we speak, we are going through the last days, you might as well say, of President Trump. They are also putting out more military people and suiting up for the inauguration. And currently, from right now up until the point of the inauguration, there are no visitors coming to the White House. They are making sure that they take every precaution. And so, currently, right now, folks, is just a really sad situation, which hopefully will get better as days go on. And so I do hope and pray that there are no more lives being lost, that we have a switch over of power swiftly and easily. And again, President Trump be able to get what he deserved due to the fact of inciting a riot, which is a Class F offense, by the way. But if you want to know more about that, definitely look it up. But yeah, inciting a riot is definitely illegal in the United States. And so things have to be done in order to make sure to back off anybody that plans on doing this again. But the person who started it definitely accept responsibility for the actions and be charged for their actions. So this is what's currently trying to be invoked at this juncture. Now, let me go on to sports. People, you know that I talked about Mike Nolan being fired. And my prayers was answered. He was definitely let go, along with the defensive line coach, which is escaping me right now in terms of his name, Tim Tom Sula or something like that. But Tom Sula, yeah, he was removed as well. And so currently now, the Dallas Cowboys is on a search to find that next great defensive coordinator. And what they're saying currently, Dan Quinn, that used to be the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons, is a good favorable in the lead candidate to be the defensive coordinator. And what I do is like, I so you can know exactly, about me and the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys and I have formed a relationship, meaning I was a fan of the Dallas Cowboys ever since the 1992 season. And I have been a Dallas Cowboys fan ever since. So that's partly the reason why I'm so invested in the Cowboys today, because we have the top 10 pick. We need to make sure that we go defensively, get our cornerback, get our defensive tackle, because our defense was laughable, especially in the front line. To no fault of Randy Gregory or Law, Demarcus Lawrence, D-Law. It's not their fault at all. But it's the defense. Like, we put money in free agency to shore up our defensive tackles, and one got injured. And Don Terry Poe pretty much stole money from us. This dude had an open, I kid you not, he opened the door to let everybody in. We had no time to throw. Everything was messed up. Even Zeke numbers went down because of the fact that our defense was suspect, seriously suspect when it came down to running. And so what I hope, what I truly, truly hope, that we get somebody that's a great run stuffer. A double dip in the draft for all I care. Double dip, make it the second and fourth round pick. Get that defensive tackle in check. I'm telling you, because that's what we really do need. If you saw the NFL top 100, Dak Prescott wound up being 46. And it's one of those things that I wish he was a little bit on the 20s or even the mid 30s. Some people may argue he's a mid 30 type of player, the top 100, but he should be higher than 46, because like at the end of the day, the type of numbers that he was putting up with a injured plague line was spectacular. He was getting all of his wide receivers and play, and this dude was on course, I kid you not, on course to throw 6,000 yards. Like, literally. It was just amazing the way that he was going before he got injured. And so we already know that they have to sign Dak Prescott. We already know that at the end of the day, they're going to have to do a lot more than what they're doing to make sure that we are able to get to where we need to be. Now, what I truly, truly hope is Dan Quinn can go all the way back to his days in Seattle when they had the number one defense and set up our defense in such a way. Because that's what we need. We need people that can do the job and do the job well. Because if we don't get that, if we do not get our defense together, there's no way that that can take us to the playoffs and to the Super Bowl. Now, Stephen A. Smith would say that the Cowboys are an accident waiting to happen. See, what Stephen A. Smith do not understand is at the end of the day, you can't blame what went on with the Cowboys to nothing more than an injury-plagued season on offense and a crappy defense. And so Dak can right the ship. As long as we get our defensive people on check, people, that's what we need. Defense win championships, and we all know this. You can have the high fly offense all day, but if you can't at least stop some of the people, It's going to be a long day. I kid you not. Now, what I like is the Lakers. The Lakers beat San Antonio Spurs yesterday, and one of the things that really irked my nerves is DeMarcus Cousins did a really hard foul on my boy. My boy. How can you foul LeBron James for real? Like, if you see the way that it went across his head, not even close to the ball, which was trash, but we still won the game. And so that's why I'm telling you, at the end of the day, the Lakers, what we have to do is just continue to relax, allow the Lakers to get their ducks in a row, and we can win the game. And I enjoy the fact that at the end of the day, that the Lakers are more prominent again. And it all started with Jeannie Buss. Like, if Jeannie didn't take over the team from her brother, we would still have a sorry Lakers team. So, Lakers, for us to be able to enjoy our fruits of labor, yo, give props to Jeannie Buss. Jeannie Buss did her thing. She learned from her daddy, and she is able to give us a championship, and we are going to continue to win more championships after more championships after more championships, for real. That's what I love about this thing. I love the fact that we are able to be back in a high position. Now, I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm a Lakers fan. I've been a Lakers fan now, so you could get that story. I've been a Lakers fan ever since Shaq went to the Lakers. And how I got there is, you know how siblings like to mess around and like hit you and stuff like that. My brother made me upset one time that he hit me in the middle of my back. I'm a type of person, like, I don't want to be messed with. Like, if I'm watching something, I'm watching something. Like, just don't sucker punch me and then from there try to make me run after you. So instead of running after him that time, I was like, forget you and your teams. I'm going to search for my own teams. Mind you, I was a 49ers fan and a Chicago Bulls fan because of Michael Jordan. After I left the Bulls and after I left the 49ers land, I decided to go searching. And so while the Dallas Cowboys took a little bit of time, and I was like, the next team that win 2 Super Bowls, that's going to be my team, which is the Dallas Cowboys. I've been with the Dallas Cowboys ever since. The Lakers came because I was living in Bartow, Florida, and in Orlando, you know, you had Shaq, you had Little Penny, you know, you had excitement. And I knew that Shaq was going to be somebody. And so that was my person. Shaq was my dude. And so I was mad as outdoors when I decided to put my faith in the Magic, that Penny got hurt. Mercy. Let me not forget about Grant Hill getting hurt. Mercy. That was sad. That was really, really sad, people. I kid you not. It was just sad during that time. But also as well, you did not sign Shaquille O'Neal. Do you know who Shaquille O'Neal is? The team isn't a team without Shaquille O'Neal. Come on now. And so when Shaquille O'Neal wound up going to the Lakers, I was like, yes. Okay, you gonna leave? I'm gonna leave too. So the Lakers wound up being my team. And I've been rocking with the Lakers ever since. And it's interesting how, like, I wound up being a Lakers fan, and once I got old enough and Shaq wound up moving to Miami, I was like, I'm too old to move. I'm a Lakers fan, through and through. So I wound up rocking with Kobe, which is still sad. That still thinking about Kobe's death and how he died, which is truly tragic. And so, to be totally honest with you, I wanted the Lakers to win, but I still wanted Kobe to have those 5 rings and be the next person in line for Jordan because Kobe Bryant was the closest thing to Jordan. The closest thing, carbon copy. And I just wanted Kobe to still have his shine, his vigor. But I'm glad that LeBron James is on the team and Anthony Davis. And we're going to be doing great things this season, I kid you not. No other NBA team has come close within free agency. And you're going to see more and more that Montrezl Harrell, Schroeder, and THT is going to do a lot this year. THT is a hidden talent, I kid you not. He is truly a hidden talent. When it comes to his gameplay, it just seemed easy for him to just be on the floor and do what he does. And so mark my words, definitely mark my words. At the end of the day, you are going to see THT, and he's going to be a huge driving force in the future, along with Schroeder and Harold. So I can't wait for the magnificent display of, man, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied today, folks. I'm gonna use a different term. Magnificent gameplay. Magnificent gameplay. I can't wait to see the Lakers win another championship. Now, I do have a special message that the Lord wanted me to share with you today. Jesus healed a lot of people when he was on earth. And one of the great stories that actually tell was a man that was, you might as well say, paraplegic. He could not move. He was just in the bed, and he had his friends take him to see Jesus. And when he tried to look at Jesus, it was a huge crowd because Jesus was preaching, from the house. And it's interesting that the friends had a bright idea of, let's cut the roof, so that way their friend can go inside and be healed by Jesus. Do you know how much faith that was? That, hey, friends, I want to see Jesus. I know I can't move, but is there any way that you can just drag me to see Jesus, and from there get me to the point of just asking him to heal me, because I've been in this bed all my life and I can't move. And it been days that I was crying because I can't move. And I had to come to a realization that I will never be healed, but lo and behold, Jesus is here. Jesus healed a lot of people. Hey, can you just do this for me, guys? I really appreciate you. I love you. You know I'm down for you. If I can move, I could do a lot of stuff for you. But I just want to see Jesus. And surely they wound up getting the man to see Jesus, and Jesus was like, pick up your bed and walk. You know what type of faith that is, to be like, yo, Jesus told me to pick up my bed and walk. Hey, I can pick up my bed and walk. People, The reason why I needed to give this to you is because at the end of the day, at this time, we should be running to Jesus. Forget the do not pass go and give up your $200 like in Monopoly. No, you need to run. Like run, Forrest, run to Jesus. I'm sorry about that, folks. Yeah, I do get messages from time to time. I should have put my phone on silent. But anyway, let's get back to this. You need to run to Jesus. People, if you can't tell what is going on today, the Lord is calling his people, and you definitely do want to be in line for that. We have to run to Jesus because right now, the true issue of Christians and non-Christians alike, you are being targeted for your faith. I repeat this. You are being targeted for your faith. We went through a lot of different things in our lives, like going back from when we were kids to now. We had situations that is sometimes hard to talk about, hard to explain to people because there's hurt. There's hurt in your heart. But when I tell you that you need to run to Jesus to heal any type of thing that is going on with you, to be healed from abuse, to be healed from rape, to be healed from lessons that the wrong person taught you, to be healed from financial, to be healed from wealth. Like, we all know this. Money is a root to all evil because people hold money to a higher regard than Jesus. Higher regard than Jesus. And I tell you right now, people, what is going on is Satan is trying to entrap you to the point that your faith is gone. See, look at this world. Like you have like evil people in this world, and they doing everything that they want to do, and I'm stuck living this 9 to 5, and it's hard, and I have kids, and I can't do the things that I want to do. That's one situation. Oh man, if I could just pay for this, that, and the other, if I could just win the lottery, I would be set. Because I don't have funds right now to take care of this, that, or the other. You have another person, oh, my wealth or my beauty or my everything is my everything. Understand, people, you need Jesus all the more. And I'm going to tell you what Jesus does. Jesus points out every iniquity that is in you, every sin that is in you, everything that is wrong that is in you. And what he is like a mother that when you was a child and you got dirty, come over here, son or daughter, get into this tub. Okay, I'm gonna wash behind your ears. I'm gonna, wash the back of your neck. I'm gonna wash your back. I'm gonna wash everything that you can't see or find on yourself. And what Jesus is doing is removing all obstacles that is in you to be there no more. For you to be conscious in terms of what you're doing and ask for the Lord to remove it. Because we learned last chapter, actually, we learned on the first episode, my bad, the first episode about just having faith. Having faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. Having that relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. And you too will be saved. That is the whole reason why I'm telling you today that God wanted me to tell you to run to Him. Run to Jesus. Not walk. Run. Because what we need to do is to know the person, to know Jesus, to know our God, to have a relationship with our God. So when it's time to leave, when it's time to go to heaven, you will not only enjoy heaven, you will enjoy the Lord. And you will know how to have that relationship with the Lord. So you won't be looking back like Lot's wife. Oh, I want to look back to the joys of life. We was at a place that had money and had prestige, and we had water, and we had everything. And what I want to do is look back at that, even though the angel told her not to look. And you saw what happened. She wound up being turned into a pillar of salt. A pillar of salt. Because at the end of the day, she wanted the world more than what she wanted Jesus. And at that same regard, at that same token, we can fall prey to the same thing. And that's why I'm telling you to run to Jesus. Because the sooner you run to Jesus, the sooner you have your relationship, is the sooner you will be able to be free from the bondage that is going on. That you can tell that sin that you loved doing, I don't want you anymore. Depart from me. And it's all because of the fact that you put in that relationship with Jesus. And that's what I'm telling you, folks. We have work to do. We have been spoiled with this world. And the best way that I can explain it to you is like this. Imagine being in a house. And in that house is taking care of every single thing that you want and every single thing that you need. You think about it, it pops up. You think about it, it pops up. But at the end of the day, what that house is doing is entrapping you. It's entrapping you to the point that you cannot get out of that house. Turn the knob and see. You can't get out. Go to the window. You can't get out. How about the attic? You could go into the attic, right? And kind of jump out. No, the house will convert you back to the living room. And you can't get out. And that's what sin is. Sin entices you with every single thing that you think you want. And then from there, you are trapped and you have shackles on your legs, and it's hard for you to escape. But Jesus. But Jesus. And that's what I'm telling you. Run to Jesus. Don't walk. Run to Jesus. And so, folks, I just want to say thank you for listening to this podcast. Of course, I'm going to put it up on YouTube. It's going to be on Apple Music, Also, as well, it's on Spotify. I'm waiting for Amazon Music. And so, right now, these are the ways that you will be able to see me. But just please have a great rest of your day. I really do appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. And look for another episode on Wednesday. But take care. And just please do like and subscribe on YouTube and definitely hear more of this podcast. And then also let me know, is there anything that you want me to talk about? I will make sure to add it in with the main three topics that I normally do. But just please have a great rest of your day. Take care. God bless. And tune in for next time. Bye.